Always low, low prices at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza.
This was a situation where he is accused of murdering the person who he was living with as a caretaker. The victim had throat cancer. There was a dispute, and obviously it went bad because he's accused of murdering a vulnerable person, a person with cancer, and someone who was a little bit up there in age. That allowed us, under the circumstances, to charge first-degree murder, which I think is appropriate in a case like this. It would be very cruel and especially nasty to murder someone in that manner who was in that condition, certainly not in a condition to be able to fight off the attack. And it was strange because originally the victim, Joseph Piper, tried to telephone a neighbor and a relative, and then he was on the phone with 911. This is all according to the evidence that was presented at the preliminary hearing. He was on the phone with 911 when Mr. Torres came in and grabbed the phone and threw it down, and then choked Mr. Piper to death.
Torres was said to be his caretaker. Was
Yes.
he in an official capacity?
No, I think it was more a situation where they had known each other for a really long time, and they were friends. And Mr. Piper, Joseph Piper, was sick, obviously very sick, cancer, needed someone to help out, and so everyone thought, hey, this would be a good idea. And unfortunately, it just turned into a horrible tragedy. It's a very sad case, and when we first charged it, I said that we were very serious about getting justice for Mr. Piper, and that's where we are now. Mr. Torres was bound over on all the charges, murder obviously being the main one, and if he is convicted at trial, there's the possibility that he could get sentenced to life without parole. And so, we'll see what happens. But make no mistake about it, somebody who murders anyone, especially a vulnerable person, child, that kind of thing, we take that very seriously, and we're not, there are going to be no sweetheart deals in cases like this. I've spoken to his brother a few times, a very nice man, lived in California, but made a point of doing what he could to help his brother out. And he actually testified at the preliminary hearing. And he just seems like a good guy, and obviously distraught, and as anyone would be. And we're hoping that the outcome of this case will eventually give him and the rest of his family some closure. That's certainly part of what we're trying to do. Yeah.